What is happening, Bridgewater Wrestling fans? It is Justin and Nick from the No Holds Barred and the Last Fan Standing podcast, bringing you an important announcement about Twin City Wrestling and the Bridgewater Exhibition. Friday night, July 26th, Twin City Wrestling presents TCW Tag Wars live at the Bridgewater Exhibition. In the main event, you are going to see a tag team match of Julius Fantana and Dazzling Dick Durning, the TCW Heavyweight Champion, taking on the team of JP Sims and Sexton Phoenix. You will see the TCW debuts of the Snap City Hooligans, Sean Spears and Tyson Dukes, as well as Maritime Wrestling favorite, the B Machine. You will see the R&R Express and the Gyration Nation in a no-holds-barred street fight. You will see much, much more. Friday night, July 26th, Bridgewater Exhibition, TCW presents Tag Wars. Oh, can we touch for a second on the fact that Ricardo Rodriguez got tagged for a wellness policy?
Weed, my friend.
He likes his Mexican weed.
He likes his Mexican weed, boy.
So Ricardo Rodriguez gets nailed for 30 days for a wellness policy because of marijuana, which he's happily serving now, and he doesn't see. He's not like they screwed me over. At the very least, he's being pretty cordial about it, and he was just like, "Yeah, I did it. Sorry, whatevs." So there you go. So he's obviously not going to be in Del Rio's corner for this matchup with Dolph Ziggler at the pay-per-view. Oh, nice. But before we get to that, we'll get to the good Money in the Bank match. The good Money in the Bank match would be the one on Raw. That's a video, sir.
Oh, it is?
Yes. Nick is just perusing WWE.com while we're doing this preview. There's the Money in the Bank ladder match from Raw side, which has CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, Sheamus, Christian, a returning Rob Van Dam, and question mark, the greatest wrestler of all the time.
Question marks?
Making his long-awaited return to the WWE. The reason that there's question mark is we do not know who the seventh member of this match is going to be. Originally, it was going to be Kane.
Originally?
Yes.
That was the plan.
But that was, of course, until this past Monday night. Because this past Monday night, Kane was attacked by the returning Wyatt, or the debuting Wyatt family. So, Bray Wyatt and his dudes beat the hell out of Kane and all that stuff. Bray Wyatt, if you didn't know, used to be Husky Harris in WWE. So, of course, after this happened, after they attacked Kane on Raw last night, of course, all the smart marks in the crowd are like, Husky Harris. Husky Harris. And I'm just like, guys, come on. Do you really have to keep being a dick? Really?
And the answer is yes.
And the answer is basically yes. Holy crap. Okay, hang on. Before we move ahead, can you keep your cursor down on the smaller one so it stays? Yeah, right there.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. We just pulled up the Money in the Bank website, wwe.com/shows/Money in the Bank. Vote, and it's there. Vote for your dream lineup for a Money in the Bank match, I guess. Which 7 elite superstars and Hall of Famers from throughout history you would want to see compete in a Money in the Bank ladder match. Here's who they have on the marquee. Mr. Perfect. Okay, cool. I think he's been in a ladder match before, I think. But, okay, so Mr. Perfect, cool.
Yeah.
Bruno Sammartino was like, okay, he's a legend, whatever.
Okay.
But then it starts getting kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Mick Foley, Hulk Hogan, who is still in TNA, is still under contract to TNA Wrestling. So I find that very interesting that his face is on there. Fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin, who I do not think would be good in a ladder match whatsoever.
God, no.
And then the fucking Ultimate Warrior.
Front and center.
This would be a terrible Money in the Bank ladder match. This would be so bad.
Oh my God.
Except for Mr. Perfect.
Why?
Like, the rest of them would be fucking terrible.
Why?
Okay, anyways, moving on. Sorry about that little diversion. CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, Sheamus, Christian, RVD, and a mystery seventh member. So we don't really know who that mystery seventh member is going to be. Same thing we did with the last one. Who can we immediately discount, if anyone, from this match from winning? Oh, wait, hang on. Before you answer.
Okay.
A picture of Fandango is on your screen. So, of course, we must do 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 Okay, we're done.
Oh.
That was quite enough, I believe. Sorry about that, folks. So who from the Raw Money in the Bank ladder match can we immediately dismiss?
I want to say Christian, but it's probably not going to happen. God, this is hard.
It is, because this match is actually stacked.
Daniel Bryan?
I don't think so. I think Daniel Bryan is on such a roll right now that I don't think you can dismiss him. I think he's actually got as good a chance as anybody to actually win the match. So I don't think we can toss him aside.
No,
I don't think so.
You don't think that they're going to go the predictable way and give CM Punk another Money in the Bank?
No, I don't actually. The reason I don't think that is I think there's so many other things that they can do with CM Punk besides giving him the Money in the Bank. You know what I mean? Like there's other feuds for CM Punk besides winning Money in the Bank and going right back up to feud with Cena. So I honestly do not think that we're going to see CM Punk win the Raw Money in the Bank. So I actually think we can discount CM Punk. Not that it's going to be bad by any means, or that he's not going to be good in the match, because I think he's going to be great in the match. But I think we can automatically discount him from any chance of winning the match.
Okay. It's just funny. I'm pulling up the Money in the Bank All-Stars match.
Yes.
And Kane is still in the picture.
Yeah, Kane's still in the image, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like I say, I think it's going to be. I don't think he's going to be in the match, and I think you can X CM Punk out of things. I think you can X Christian out of things because I like the fact that he's back, but I mean, he hasn't done anything really.
No.
He's had a couple of matches, but then he's going to go and win Money in the Bank. I don't think so.
Doubt it.
So that leaves us really with Orton, RVD, who's coming back.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan, and Sheamus. I think you can even X Sheamus out of things.
You can X Sheamus out of it.
Because I don't see Sheamus winning a ladder match. Just for some reason, I just don't see it. So really, that leaves us with Orton, RVD, and Daniel Bryan. And RVD is kind of the X factor because he hasn't been in WWE for a while.
He hasn't, but he's returning.
Yeah. They like to do these things when they give guys returns.
Yeah.
They like to give them title opportunities right away, so there's a possibility there. Not one that I like because I'm not a big RVD fan. Not very big on the RVD.
No.
I don't dislike him, but I find him very flashy. I don't think he has a lot of substance as a performer. I just think he's flashy and does spinny, jumpy things, and everybody's like, it's akin to somebody watching like really sparkly spoilers or like sparkly rims or whatever on a fucking 84 Chevette, and they're just like, ooh, but it's still a shit car. Like That's kind of
Okay.
the way, sort of almost the way that I look at RVD. Although he's phenomenally athletic. So I will give him that. And I don't dislike him. I just not a fan. Really? We're down to, or for me anyways, we're down to Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan. The two guys that have been feuding for the last, I would say, month or so.
This makes sense.
So
This does make a little bit of sense
Little
now that you speak it.
kind of lay it out there.
Now that you're laying it out.
Is there a possibility, no matter how remote, and it seems like we mention this guy on every fucking wrestling podcast that we do, is there a possibility that we could see Broccoli Lesnar either as the seventh person in the match or getting involved in the match somehow, like attacking CM Punk again to kind of continue fueling that rivalry? Is there a chance that we could see Broccoli Lesnar?
Yeah, for sure.
You think?
Oh, hell yeah.
Possibility?
If CM Punk is involved, then Brock Lesnar is...
Never
in
seems
my
to be too
mind,
far away, eh?
Never too far away.
Oh.
So, yeah.
It's a possibility. Maybe.
It's a good possibility.
Are we willing to call it?
Yes.
Yes? We're calling it.
Yes.
In the Raw Money in the Bank match,
Yes.
we are calling Brock Lesnar
Yes.
to interfere
Yes.
or be part of
yes.
that match.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. He will. So you heard it here first. No Holds Barred Podcast. We're calling it. Who you got?
Who I got?
Who you got, motherfucker?
Now that we narrowed it down,
Yes.
fuck Daniel Bryan.
You're gonna go with D Bryan?
D. Bryan.
D Bryan to win the thing?
D.
I've got it between D Bryan and R Orton, but I honestly I'm thinking it's probably gonna be Daniel Bryan as well.
I totally 100% agree with you, bud.
Perfect. We will go.
Now that I hear you talking, I hear your logic, you're spitting words like a mofo.
Spitting fire.
Spitting fire.
So yeah, I guess we'll both go with Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan will be the next number one contender for the WWE Championship. Woohoo! Let's move on to the two main events, the championship matches that are supposed to be the big ones, but they'll probably be all right. World Heavyweight Championship, we have Alberto Del Rio, who, as we mentioned earlier on the podcast, is minus his little Mexican friend who got caught with the reefers. Alberto Del Rio taking on Dolph Ziggler in his rematch. Dolph will not have AJ in his corner, apparently. Apparently AJ's not going to be in his corner.
No.
So, apparently not. So in
no.
any case, so we got Ziggler challenging Del Rio without Ricardo, as we mentioned before. Does it feel like there's not a lot being invested in this feud, kind of sort of thing? Like, it doesn't feel like they're really selling it very much.
Not really, no. And I guess any match with Dolph in it. I mean, you really don't have to sell it that much. I mean, you know what to expect with Dolph. He's going to go out. He's going to sell like a boss.
That's true.
There's no sell with Dolph.
No.
And you're going to get the best match possible.
Okay. Yeah. Yep, I can get behind that. I would assume that a lot of fans care about this match, but they only really seem to care about the match. They care a lot about Dolph getting the belt back, because everybody's been waiting so long for Dolph to get the belt and for Dolph to have his big run, because everybody kind of sees how good he is.
Yeah.
Outside of the fans that are like, hey, we want Dolph to win this, do other fans really care if they're not big on the idea of Dolph Ziggler winning the belt? do fans really care about this match? Kind of 50-50 maybe?
Kind of 50-50.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can see that. Maybe.
There's people that like what Del Rio does in the ring, but not as many as who like what Dolph does in the ring. So it's kind of one of those matches that people are only kind of invested in it for one person that's in the match, where you always get the best responses when you have both guys in the match that people are invested in.
It's
so
true.
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see the fan reaction to the match as it sort of goes on. The poster for this event features Jack Swagger and Randy Orton. I just wanted to make quick mention of this. It features those two guys,
right,
that are at the top of the ladder, actually touching the Money in the Bank logo.
Oh, really?
Is that WWE trying to tell us something? Are you into conspiracy theories like that? That maybe they put the two people that are going to win the two matches
that's interesting
on the top of the ladder?
I do love myself a good conspiracy theory. Possibly. We have to wait to find out.
Wouldn't that kind of suck for us on the SmackDown side, though, since neither one of us really likes Jack Swagger?
It does. I mean, that I guess it would really give him somewhere to go.
That's true.
Seeing that his whole America, we the people thing isn't really working out all too well.
That's true. It's not exactly
It
good.
didn't work out from the start, actually.
It was hot for a couple of weeks, and then they kind of put the reins on Zeb Coulter's
Well, he didn't really win any matches.
Well, that's true.
He went out talking shit to Alberto Del Rio, and Alberto stomped him.
Yeah, he won. Well, he won the Elimination Chamber with a fucking schoolboy pin, which we didn't like at the time. It was fucking retarded. But yeah, that's a good point. 'Cause like he wasn't really overly competitive in the matches. Yeah. So it's like, well, okay, like good heels. With a good heel, there's the threat that the babyface might lose. And there was never really that threat there. There was that threat with Del Rio against the Big Show, because Big Show actually won some matches. But yeah, with Swagger, it was never really, now that I think about it, it was never really there.
Yeah.
Good call. Good pickup.
Yeah.
Who you got? Del Rio or Ziggles?
All right. Dolph.
Yeah, I think I got to go Dolph here too. If
he doesn't get concussed,
right,
I'll say Dolph.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm not sure what WWE was thinking with Del Rio. Like they put Del Rio over as this babyface, and then just as quickly as they do that, they realize the Swagger has no more steam, really, in his gimmick. Mm-hmm. So then they turn Del Rio heel again. They give the belt, while Del Rio is a face, they give the belt to Ziggler, only to give it back to Del Rio less than a month later. And then now Del Rio's got the belt again, but as a heel. And I don't really know where they went with this whole thing. I don't get it. I don't understand.
It's WWE. It doesn't have to make sense.
That's a good point. That should be their tagline on the pay-per-views. WWE WrestleMania 30. It doesn't have to make sense.
I'm down.
Oh, no. All right. Main event of the evening, simply because it has Super Cena in it. WWE Championship. John Cena defending against Mark Henry. Of course, this match comes off the heels, pun intended, of Mark Henry's retirement speech there, where he pulled a nice swerve on everybody and got everybody mad, pissed off. But I loved it because it was one of the best legit straight heel things that somebody has done in WWE in a long time. So I was very, very pleased with that. It was the first real big heel thing since CM Punk poured the ashes from the urn on the Undertaker and bathed in them.
Yeah,
that was heel. And then there was this fake retirement speech being you guys are all fucking idiots and stuff. So that I liked, and I've liked this build so far because Mark Henry has really been the dominant one. It hasn't been Cena no-selling everything and like sort of like it was with Ryback.
Yeah.
Like very infrequently would Ryback get one over on Cena. But Mark Henry's done nothing but get ones over on Cena so far in this whole build. I want you to put your speculating cap on.
Oh no.
Nick books it.
Oh no.
Exactly. Speculate for me. If either guy wins, so it doesn't matter who wins.
Okay.
Where exactly do they go beyond Money in the Bank? So, like, let's start with Cena. If Cena retains the title,
yes,
where do you think Cena goes from there? And you can't say TNA because that's not a good answer.
Oh. That was my main answer.
I know. That's most people's main answer, I think, if they were asked that question. But, like, if Cena wins, like, what feuds are left there? Hasn't he kind of sort of cleaned the place out? Like, I mean...
He has. I mean, Cena has pretty much feuded with everybody in the locker room.
Right. Like, I mean, I look at the guys...
Divas included.
Exactly. Look at the guys in the Raw Money in the Bank match. CM Punk. Well, Punk and Cena's feud has been huge. Hasn't really had much with Daniel Bryan, a little bit. Randy Orton has been a long-standing feud that I don't think anyone wants to see again.
No.
Sheamus, same deal. Christian, we don't think there's a really good chance that he's going to win. RVD, they had their feud back in the day. So, like, I don't see many big money feuds for John Cena if he wins the belt, if he retains the title. But at the same time, let's turn around and look at Mark Henry. If Mark Henry wins the belt and wins, like, it's the only championship I've ever had, whatever, what good feuds exist for Mark Henry? You can kind of eliminate all the SmackDown guys.
Yeah.
Because he's already, like, I mean, Orton, he feuded with Orton. Sheamus, he feuded with Sheamus.
Yeah. Big Show.
Big Show, Daniel Bryan, he feuded with. He feuded with Christian briefly, I believe. So, if he wins the belt, where do you go from there? CM Punk? Maybe?
Possibly.
Like, maybe? That might be kind of interesting. So, maybe that's a possibility. But it's just like I feel like they've gotten to almost another point where they've sort of creatively written themselves into a corner, maybe, and they're trying to. I'm not 100% sure the best way to get out of it.
Yeah.
Right. So.
No winner.
No winners.
It's
no win commence.
No win commence. Both guys just get injured. And the championship belongs to nobody.
Exactly. The title gets held up. We have a tournament. I love tournaments. So there should be more tournaments in professional wrestling. This
18-man tournament, just like tornado style, all in the ring at once.
Nice. I like that. I like it. Let's book it. No Holds Barred books it. Or Last Fan Standing books it. Whatever. Most important question of the night, who you got?
Who I got?
Who you got? Cena? Super Cena commence? Or Hall of Pain initiated? That's what I do. Who you got? Who I got? The fans win.
The fans are going to win.
The fans never win.
Because I'm sorry to say that commencing is Super Cena.
You're going to go Cena, are you?
And he's going to no-sell like a boss, like he always does. Mark Henry is going to drop him, and he's going to be like, oh, that hurt. Let me just get back up.
And stumble around like he usually does. Like he said, one too many coronas.
Yep.
With Alberto Rodriguez. Roberto Del Rio.
Smoking his cigars.
Smoking his cigars and drinking his coronas.
Corona Senior.
Wow, that was racist. You know what? This is going to make me sound stupid. Mark Henry will be the new WWE champion. Because I do think his career is coming down. I do think it's winding down to a close. It is the only title he's never won. I honestly think Mark Henry will be a WWE Hall of Famer, despite the weird kind of gimmicks that he's done in the past, like the whole had that kid with Mae Young that turned out to be a hand, and all this shit, sexual baby, oh, oh. Greatest gimmick of all time. I don't know. I got a feeling. I'm gonna go with gut feeling. I got a big gut, so it's a big feeling. Mark Henry.
Mark Henry. There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is our preview of the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Just to run over our predictions here one more time. We are both on the Shield to retain the WWE Tag Team Championships. We're both on AJ Lee to retain the Divas title. We're both on Curtis Axel to retain the Intercontinental Championship. Nick is on Chris Jericho. I am on Ryback. Mm-hmm. Did I get it right this time?
You did.
Sweet. The Money in the Bank ladder match, I think we're both on Dean Ambrose. I think there's a possibility that maybe it might be Wade Barrett, but I think we're both probably on Dean Ambrose to win. Going to the Raw Money in the Bank match, I believe we are both on Daniel Bryan. I'll have the little caveat that maybe whoever the seventh person is, if they decide to have one, maybe whoever the seventh person is the one that wins it, but possibly. I would be very invested in seeing Daniel Bryan win it. World Heavyweight Championship. Geez, did we even say who we were taking from the World Heavyweight Championship match? Are we both taking Ziggler?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I said Ziggles.
Okay, right on. So we're both taking Ziggler in that one, and Nick is taking Cena to retain the WWE Championship. I'm going to take Mark Henry in the upset. I badly hope that, because I'm just getting sick of Cena as champion, man. Just when it just happens over and over and over again, I just get sick of it.
Yeah.
So that is it. That is our preview of Money in the Bank 2013. Make sure you watch the pay-per-view on Sunday. All that jazz.
If you don't watch it, if you don't buy it, stream it.
Exactly. FirstRow1.eu, the Queen Anne of streaming sites. Or there's plenty of other sites too, so fair enough. Yeah. Find it, watch it. I think it'll be a decent to good show. They had Raw was actually pretty good last night. Like the go home episode to the pay-per-view was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, noholdsbarred.net63.net. Check out all of our stuff there. Well,
soon to be updated.
YouTube.com/user/noholdsbarredpodcast. You can still sub to us on iTunes and all that good stuff.
A subscriber on YouTube would be nice.
It's true. Another subscriber on YouTube would be great. Check out our Facebook page. Look up No Holds Barred Productions on Facebook, or you can just find that on our website. All of our stuff is linked on our website, so there's no problems there. So find all that stuff, people. We are out skis. We are actually probably not going to have a conventional podcast here for you next week. No. We got a little something special I think that we're gonna work out here for you, which is gonna be pretty fun for you.
Something special for next week. Something extra special for the week next.
Exactly. For those of you that have been following our podcast from the beginning, you may know a special date coming up is kind of a little anniversary thing.
Little something.
Kind of little something. January 22nd, you know, all that good stuff. Yeah. So there's a possibility there might be a little something special. So make sure in 2 weeks' time you check out that something special. We'll let you know more details when we have them. We are out skis for another week. Check out the special stuff we're going to do next week and the extra special stuff that is coming your way around July 22nd.
Yes.
So ladies and germs, we are gone. We will see you next time. I'm Justin.
I am Nick.
And it's the last fan standing podcast.
Later.